I would just like to take a minute to say thank you to my cast. None of them were in the room with each other when they were giving the performances that you're about to see. They were pretty much acting across from nobody. The fact that they came out as great as they did is, I think, a testament to how lucky I got with being able to put them all together. This is a fan project, I don't own the rights to any of these characters. It's not really a short film, it's not really a table read. I feel like it's somewhere in the middle. But yeah, that being said, please enjoy. Fade in. Gotham City. Winter 2005. Interior. Fisher's Jewelry Store. Display floor. Night. The store owner, 65, stands at the cash register, tallying the day's earnings. He finishes rifling through a stack of cash and jots a number down in a notebook. The phone hanging on the wall behind him starts ringing. He answers it.
Hello, sweetheart.
Where are you?
In the top corner of the store, we can see a small hole in the drywall.
I'm just closing out the shop now.
Unbelievable. You know it's Christmas Eve, right?
I am aware. It's my busiest time of year, and also the reason that you were able to afford a destination wedding.
Can you just promise me you'll be back before everyone's asleep?
I'll be home before you know it.
Love you, Dad.
Love you too, sweetheart.
Interior. Fisher's Jewelry Store. Front entrance, night. The owner steps out of the shop, shutting the door behind him. The lights have been switched off inside. He reaches into his winter coat and pulls out the shop key. As he goes to lock the door, he hears the cocking of a revolver, and its barrel is pushed into the back of his head.
Don't turn around. I don't want to hurt you.
You sound young.
What?
Too young to throw your life away on something like this. It's not too late.
Shut up. Just open the door.
The owner sighs, but obliges. Interior, Fisher's Jewelry Store. Display floor. Night. Continuous. The door creaks open, and the owner and robber enter.
Okay, now go open the register.
The owner looks confused.
There's nothing in the register.
What? What do you mean?
We empty it and put it in a safe at the end of every day.
Stop messing with me, old man.
I'm not messing with you. It's in a safe in my office, but we have to go around to the back.
The robber doesn't know what to do. The gun is trembling in his hands.
All right, you lead the way.
The owner's face changes from consoling to surprised. What he sees. Behind the robber is a silhouetted figure with pointy ears and a cape. Noticing the change on the owner's face, the robber spins around to see what he's looking at. As he spins around, the silhouette lashes out and snaps the arm holding the revolver. The robber screams in agony. The owner looks startled before making a dash for the wall phone as the silhouette throws the robber into a display case. The owner picks up the wall phone and dials 911. In the background, the silhouette moves towards the robber with ominous intent.
911, what is your emergency?
I'd like to report an attempted robbery.
The silhouette picks up the terrified robber and throws him onto the ground in front of the open doorway.
Okay, sir. I need you to remain calm. Have the perpetrator aware of your presence?
Yes, but the Batman is here, so I...
Stop, please.
The silhouette punches the robber in his face as he screams in terror.
No more.
He is hit again.
I yield.
Crack! The robber falls limp.
Hey!
Sir, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here. Just damn it, just hang on.
He looks back in the direction of the assault. What he sees. The silhouette is gone, and the robber is lying on the ground in a puddle of blood. Through the open doorway, we can see it's snowing outside. The owner runs over and kneels down next to the robber.
Hello, sir? I can't stay on the line if you don't respond.
The owner checks the pulse of the robber, and a look of shock takes over his face.
Sir? Sir?
Stunned, the owner rises to his feet and walks back over to the phone.
Sir?
I'd like to report a murder.
Super, Batman. Super, The Reckoning. Exterior, Gotham City, sunrise. We hear the sounds of the city waking up, the intro song of a televised broadcast, and then a news anchor.
Our top story this morning: an attempted robbery on the Upper West Side ended in bloodshed last night. In a shocking twist, the victim was actually the alleged robber, Tony Daniels, a 28-year-old graduate student at Gotham Tech.
Interior, diner, morning, continuous. Two construction workers enter and are directed to a booth by the hostess. The broadcast is playing through a television hanging from the ceiling in the corner. Only a handful of people appear to be watching it.
For reasons still unknown, at approximately 10 p.m. last night, Daniels held up the longtime owner and operator of Fisher's Jewelry, James Fisher.
The broadcast continues as a waitress, 45, approaches a customer who's reading a newspaper at the bar.
More coffee?
The customer waves her away.
Fisher was the only eyewitness to the crime and claims the assailant was none other than the known vigilante, Batman.
Everyone in the diner turns their attention to the television. Interior, Wayne Manor, living room, morning, continuous. Alfred Pennyworth, 63, stands in front of the TV, watching the broadcast.
The following footage was acquired shortly after the incident took place.
What he sees. Field camera POV footage. The owner, now James Fisher, 65, is sat wrapped in a blanket on the back bumper of an ambulance outside his jewelry store.
I'm never gonna forget it. He was begging for his life, pleading for him to stop.
You said it was the Batman that did this?
There was so much blood.
Exterior, Gotham City, night. The bat signal is illuminated against the sky. Exterior, Gotham City Police Station, rooftop, night. Commissioner Gordon, 52, is leaning against the signal, smoking a cigarette. Reveal that Mayor Hill, 45, and a number of policemen are also on the roof.
What's taking so long, Gordon?
If I had to guess, it would be the whole horde of law enforcement up here.
Well, if he isn't guilty, he should have nothing to worry about.
He's not really known for issuing statements.
He's being accused of murder, Commissioner. That changes things. Now, if he can't even be bothered to establish an alibi, I will have no choice but to tell the press we've orchestrated a manhunt.
Redirecting department resources would be a mistake. Crime would only go up.
Well then, hopefully, I won't have to. Personally, I think this is long overdue.
Mayor Hill exits as Gordon throws a cigarette butt on the ground. Interior, Gordon's apartment. Foyer, night. Gordon enters and takes off his jacket.
Girls, I'm home.
No answer. He heads for his office. Interior, Gordon's apartment, office, night. Continuous. Gordon enters and turns on the light. We see that one of the windows is open. Curious, he shuffles over to investigate. Finding nothing out of the ordinary on the sill, he closes the window. As he turns around, he realizes that Batman, 32, and Robin, 16, are stood in the corner of his office.
We need to talk.
Gordon sighs and reopens the window.
Someone's trying to frame me for Daniel's murder.
Any idea who?
I have a theory, but I need to confirm it.
Okay. What do you need from me?
Your officers haven't withdrawn from the site.
Yeah, that was the mayor's idea. He knew that you were either guilty or would need a lead to prove your innocence, and he doesn't want that.
Why not?
Should I tell him, or do you want to?
Batman says nothing. The office door opens and Barbara, 17, enters.
Barbara, how many times do I have to tell you to knock?
Sorry, I was just telling you that I was going to be going out, and you are the Batman. You must be Robin.
Evening, citizen.
You're skinnier than I thought you'd be.
Barbara!
I'm sorry, I'm going.
Barbara exits, shutting the door.
I'm sorry, Batman. I can't pull my men out. That's not my call.
I understand.
He and Robin head for the open window. Robin jumps out first.
You've never concerned yourself with their welfare before.
Circumstance dictates.
Batman jumps out the window.
Ain't that the truth?
Exterior, rooftop across from Fisher's jewelry store. Night. Batman and Robin are perched on the edge of the roof. Robin has a pair of thermal vision binoculars up to his face as Batman is double-checking his utility belt.
How many?
What Robin sees through binoculars. There's 3 squad cars outside Fisher's jewelry store. Thermal readings indicate that one car contains 2 officers and that another 2 are stood either side of the entrance to the store.
2 in the car, 2 by the door.
The binoculars pans up to the store and zooms in on the office.
2 more inside.
2 for each of us, then.
Out of the shadows emerges Barbara, now dressed as Batgirl.
Well, look who decided to show up.
What's the matter, Robin? Sensitive about your weight?
Oh, you wish.
Enough. Remember the plan.
He pulls a canister out of his belt and loads it into a compartment in his glove.
Headaches. No broken bones.
Robin and Batgirl jump out of frame. Interior, squad car, night. Cop number 1, 32, and cop number 2, 30, sit in silence for a beat. You catch the game last night? Could you narrow it down? Exterior, Fisher's jewelry store, front entrance, night, continuous. Robin lands on top of one of the officers standing guard, knocking him out. Before the other officer can react, he He's roundhouse kicked in the head. Interior, squad car, night, continuous. Cop number 1 and cop number 2 see this happen. Oh shit. The hell? They attempt to get out of the car, but the doors won't open. Exterior, squad car, night, continuous. What is wrong with this door? Reveal that the car doors have been sealed shut with bat-shaped clamps. Interior, squad car, night. A grenade shatters through the back windshield and starts filling up the car with knockout gas. It's an ambush. Cop number 1 and cop number 2 cough for a beat before falling unconscious. Exterior, squad car, night, continuous. Batgirl lands on the roof of the car. Exterior, Fisher's jewelry store. Front entrance, night, continuous. Batman glides into frame and runs into the store. Interior, Fisher's jewelry store. Office, night. Cop number 3, 29, and cop number 4, 32 are lounging around. When are we supposed to radio in? Cop number 3 checks his watch. Batman kicks the door open and punches cop number 4 in the face, knocking him out. Cop number 3 goes for his gun, but can't get it out of the holster. Shit. Shit! Cop number 3 looks terrified as Batman advances towards him. He gives up on his gun. Please. Please don't kill me. For a brief second, Batman seems jolted by the officer cowering in front of him. He places his hand on his shoulder.
Deep breath.
Batman holds up his glove and sprays the cop in the face with the canister. The cop falls unconscious. Interior, Fish's jewelry store. Display floor, night. Using bat scanners, Batgirl inspects the broken display case as Robin investigates the blood stain on the floor by the door. Batman enters from the office.
Anything?
No DNA.
Not even a drop of sweat.
Batman notices the hole in the drywall.
I don't get it. The police report said that Daniels wanted Fisher to open the cash register, but this jewelry's got to be worth at least 3 times as much as the bills. Why not just pick some pieces out of the display case and make a run for it?
Maybe he didn't have a fence he could sell it to.
Most pawn shops around here take contraband. No questions asked.
That's not even the strangest part.
Batgirl and Robin glance at Batman. We see he's staring at the cash register.
Why'd he go for the register in the first place?
What do you mean? What?
Wow.
Either of you want to clue me in here?
Think about it. If Daniels had been staking the place out, he would have known that there would be nothing inside.
So?
So he didn't know.
He had to cut corners. The job was time sensitive.
They hear a police siren approaching from a distance.
We've got company.
Move.
Exterior, rooftop across from Fisher's jewelry store. Night, continuous. The pointy-eared silhouette is perched in the shadows on the edge of the roof. What it sees. Batman, Robin, and Batgirl run out of the store, fire their grapples at a nearby building, and soar away. The silhouette jumps out of frame. The police sirens are still distant, but getting louder. Exterior, alley, night. The 3 of them land in frame.
So, what's the plan?
Batman presses a button on his utility belt.
No trace of the murderer. Means we look at the victims.
We hear an engine ignite and headlights appear from out of the shadows at the back of the alley.
I call Daniels.
Fine. I'll take Fisher.
No.
Batman walks towards the headlights.
What do you mean, no?
You need to hang it up for a while. Lay low.
Are you
Batman.
serious?
Batman disappears into the shadows surrounding the headlights. A beat later, the Batmobile emerges from the shadows, races past Robin and Batgirl, and takes off down the street.
Did I do something wrong?
Not that I'm aware of.
Then what's his problem?
Robin disappears into the shadows at the back of the alley.
How long have you got? He hardly ever speaks. He's got no sense of humor.
He's an asshole.
From time to time.
Robin starts his bike. He notices that Batgirl looks hurt.
Hey, look, you were great. Just give me a few days and I'll see if I can't change his mind.
She kisses him on the cheek.
You're sweet.
And skinny, apparently.
Give me a break. I was keeping up appearances.
For the commissioner or for Batman?
Dealer's choice.
Can't we just tell him about us? I'm sure he'd be happy. I know, I heard it as soon as I said it.
Robin puts on his motorcycle helmet.
My advice? Don't concern yourself with whether or not he approves of you. You'll be a lot happier.
I don't.
Right.
Batgirl watches as Robin rides out of the alley and disappears down the street. She pulls out her grapple, fires it at the rooftop, and is pulled up out of frame.
Stupid Robin.
Exterior, rooftop over alley, night, continuous. She lands in frame and trudges across the rooftop.
Stupid.
Batgirl stops. Her attention has been grabbed by something off screen. We see the silhouette is running along a rooftop across the street. We hear an ambulance siren and the camera pans in the opposite direction of the silhouette. We see the lights of police cars and ambulances shining upwards from the street and reflecting off of a building. Christmas music starts playing as Batgirl takes off after the silhouette. Gotham City, series of shots. In the foreground, the silhouette is running across a rooftop. In the background, Batgirl glides into frame, lands on the roof, and chases after the silhouette. Wide shot of Batgirl chasing the silhouette across a building gap and along the edge of a high-rise. Close up on an abandoned building window that's been sealed up with wood panels. A beat. The silhouette crashes through the panels and runs out of frame. Batgirl follows a beat later. A two-shot tracking Batgirl and the silhouette as they run across the abandoned buildings over a construction bench, through some exposed beams, down a hole in the floor to the level below, and out another window. A wide shot of the silhouette and Batgirl as they land on a giant, slanted, snow-covered skylight and begin sliding down towards the ledge below. Mid-slide, the silhouette notices the Gotham Metro 100 yards away as it barrels along the train tracks. The silhouette reaches the bottom of the ledge and jumps off the roof, using its cape to glide through the sky towards the Metro. A long beat passes and Batgirl follows suit. The music stops. All we hear is the wind. In the foreground, we see the Gotham Metro. In the middle ground, the silhouette is soaring through the air. The impression we are given is that the silhouette might just be able to land on the last car of the train. And in the background, we see Batgirl, struggling to catch up.
Come on.
She folds in her cape to dive through the air and gain some speed. A beat passes and she reopens her cape, once again gliding towards the Metro. What she sees, the silhouette is about to land on the last car of the line. To the right of the tracks, there is a dumpster, overflowing with garbage. It's situated underneath a fire escape. Back to scene. Batgirl is 30 feet off the ground, not high enough that the fall would kill her. She sighs before readjusting her course and letting go of her cape. As she falls out of the sky, she throws a batarang with a blinking red light at the silhouette. A beat later, she aims her grapple at the fire escape and fires. The grapple line hooks onto the fire escape and goes taut. Batgirl shields her head as she swings it into the wall. We hear the sound of her ribcage cracking. She lets go of the grapple and falls into the dumpster below. Exterior. Woods. Dirt path. Night. Tracking Robin as he rides his motorcycle through the trees. He's headed for a mine shaft that looks to be barricaded shut. Across the barricade is a sign that reads, "Danger. Keep out." As he approaches, he presses a button on the side of his motorcycle and the barricade opens up like a giant door. Interior. Mine shaft. Night. Continuous. As Robin passes across the entrance, one of the cave walls disappears, revealing a well-lit side tunnel. He enters and the wall closes behind him. Exterior. Dumpster. Night. Batgirl groans from inside the dumpster. A beat later, her hand appears over the top and she pulls herself up and out. She clutches at her ribs as she attempts to breathe through her nose. Gathering up her strength, she reaches into her utility belt and pulls out a GPS tracking device and types in a few keys. Insert of a blinking red light on the GPS map. Batgirl limps off towards the street. Interior. Well-lit tunnel. Night. Robin's motorcycle roars as he races towards the Batcave. Interior. Batcave, garage sector, night, continuous. He enters and decelerates to a stop. He takes off his helmet and sits on his bike for a beat, lost in thought. Interior, Batcave, Batcomputer sector, night, continuous. We see Batman sat at the computer with his head in his hands. His cowl is hanging off the back of his cape like a hood.
Not now, Dick.
Robin approaches and takes off his mask.
Sidelining Barbara's a bad call.
Exterior, construction site, night. Batgirl limps through the snow-covered construction site, her eyes fixed on the GPS device in her hand.
We need her on this one, you know that, right?
Interior, Batcave, Batcomputer sector, night. Batman still has his head in his hands.
Okay, look, I get that you're top dog here and everything, but if you're not going to change your mind, I think it's too much to ask that you at least tell me why she can't help.
Batman says nothing, nor does he turn around to face Robin.
I am not leaving here until you give me an answer!
Batman slams his fist down on the desk.
I said, not now.
Robin looks stunned as he watches Batman storm off. A beat passes and his gaze turns to the computer. Exterior, construction site, night. Batgirl traipses across the street, searching for something. A beat. She stops walking. Insert of the GPS device suggests that she's right on top of whatever she's tracking. Batgirl looks up. Reveal that her batarang is stuck on a metal crossbeam above her head. Interior, Batcave. Back computer sector. Night. Robin sits down at the computer. He contemplates for a beat. Insert of his hand hovering over the enter key on the keyboard. Exterior. Construction site. Night. Insert of Batgirl's grapple wrapping around the crossbeam right next to the Batarang. With one hand holding the grapple and the other hand holding her ribs, Batgirl starts to take short breaths. She clicks the button on the grapple with her thumb and it pulls her up. The strain on her cracked ribs causes her to cry out in agony. As she's pulled up to the crossbeam, she uses her free hand to grab the Batarang. She lets go of the grapple and falls. Her knees buckle as she hits the ground and rolls into a landing position. Interior. Batcave. Back computer sector. Night. Robin presses the enter key and a live broadcast from a news helicopter pops up on the screen. A helicopter camera POV is filming the outside of Fisher's jewelry store, which is now occupied by multiple squad cars, numerous officers, 2 ambulances, and a forensics team. The live feed has been titled Officers Down at Jewelry Store.
First responders to the scene have confirmed that the 6 officers on duty outside Fisher's jewelry store were pronounced dead earlier this evening. And so far, all signs are pointing to the Batman as the prime suspect.
Robin stands up. There's horror on his face as he watches the broadcast. We see camera footage of EMTs loading the officers' corpses into ambulances.
The victims were found impaled by weapons said to belong to the known vigilante, making tonight the second time in 2 days that Batman has been connected to a murder at this establishment.
Robin looks as though he's about to be sick. He scans around and locates a trash can.
We are told that Mayor Hill has been briefed on the matter and is preparing to release a press statement in several hours.
He dashes for it and makes it just in time.
With tonight's body count now implicating Batman in the murders of 7 victims, one can't help but wonder if we are witnessing the work of a serial killer. And if so, who's next?
Robin sits back down in the chair and puts his head in his hands. Exterior, construction site, night, snow. Batgirl opens her eyes as she lays in the snow. A beat. She holds up the Batarang and we see that it has been stained with blood.
Gotcha.
In the background, the sun starts to rise. End of Act 1.